Welcome to the Pelican Sports Corner. We got a great show for today. We're going to be talking about the Pelican schedule release. That's correct. The Pelican schedule release. We got the 2026-2027 schedule release. It just came out. We're going to break that thing down. We're going to find out if the Pelicans really up for this. Is the Pelicans ready to make a mark in the NBA? Is these young Pelicans finally grown? Are they grown enough to actually take this schedule down? A very, very, very tough schedule. Are they ready to take this schedule and absolutely dismantle it with they play? We gonna find it out and we gonna discuss right after this.
No little lights up, Pelicans fly high from the Crescent City. Watch us touch the sky. Zion in the paint, thunder when it ride. Poodle with the splash, got that fire in his eye. Trey Murphy from deep, let it rain, let it pour. Herb and Jose locking down every floor. New blood coming, Fizz, PV, Queen. Pelicans United, we chasing that dream. Big Z breaking rim, crowd going wild. Power in the lane, got defenders in denial. Hulu with the handles, crossing up the scene. Buckets from the arc, keep the scoreboard clean. Trey with the wingspan, shooting with the breeze. Catching alley oops, bring opponents to their knees. Herb Jones clamps, never giving up an inch. Jose with the steel, crowd jumping out the bench. Throw the lights up, Pelican fly high from the Crescent City.
Welcome in. You already know what it is, man. You already know what it is. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you leave your comments. I appreciate all the love, man. But we gonna break this schedule down. That's right. We gonna break this schedule down. It's time. It's here. Everybody want to know what the Pelicans doing. Everybody want to know if the Pelicans gonna be up to par. Everybody wants to know if the Pelicans got that dog in them. If they got that moxie in them. Are they gonna be able to compete under new head coach Jamal Mosley? We're gonna find out. But let's just sit here and let's go through this schedule. Let's start with the Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton coming back. That is a big one. He already talking about how he feel disrespected. He already talking about how he's a big star and they should have him on national TV. But because he's playing against the Pelicans, that's why he's not getting the national recognition. Now, if I'm a Pelicans player, I take that as disrespect because you're talking like we just a footstool. Like we just gonna let you step on us. We're not playing them type of games. Not in 2026, 2027. We got something to say. You know what I'm saying? The Pelicans got something to say. We ain't the Pelicans no more. We trying to be the Pelicans. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're going to talk about. So Indiana, October 21st. Indiana, October 21st. Against the Pacers at home. That is a winnable game, folks. That is a winnable games. I'm not going to do schedule predictions or nothing like that right now. I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying the Pelicans right out the gate against the Pacers, that's a winnable game. The Pelicans have just as much talent as the Pacers do to win this game. This is a statement game. Right out the gate, you got a chance to absolutely show teams this is not your granddaddy's Pelicans. This is not your grandmama's Pelicans. This is not your Uncle Pelicans. This is the new look, tough, team camaraderie, identity having Pelicans. Right out the gate. Utah, another winnable game, but Utah has got better, but they lost big man Walker Kessler, which means they don't really have no rim protection like that. So it should be another game. Rotations are going to matter. The way the team plays together is going to matter. These things are going to matter. October 23rd. You know what I'm saying? These things are going to matter against the Utah Jazz. I think the Pelicans could start this thing 2-0. If they serious about actually making some noise this season, they could start this thing 2-0. 2-0. I think the Pelicans can do that. I think it's doable. Let's go to the next game. Denver Nuggets. Here's where we start playing big boy ball. This is where we start playing grown man basketball. Right here. A team that has pedigree. A team who's been to the mountaintop. A team who has an all-star. A team who has a superstar. A team who's know how to win games. That is the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets. Obviously, they got Derek Queen's, I'm not going to say idol, but a guy he models his game after in Jokic. And Derek Queen, when it came to playing against Jokic, he showed up. Well, we don't need him to show up this year. We need him to show out. We need DQ to show out against his mentor, I would say, in some regards. So October 24th, away, we're playing the Denver Nuggets. This is where the Pelicans have to show up. This is where the team have to make a statement. You got to get one of the two, because we play them back to back. We play them first at home. You have to get one of the two. You have to get one of the two. Like, you just have to. Okay, at home, October 28th, at home, against the Denver Nuggets. Again, you have to get one of the two. You have to get one of the two. If you start this thing off, let me see. That's the first 1, 2, 3, 4. If you start this thing off 3-1, that is a great start. You start this thing off 3-1, that's a great start. Kings, that should be 4-1. That should be 4-1. The Kings ain't trying to win nothing. Nothing. That should be 4-1. The Hawks, that is a winnable game. That is a winnable game. It's at home too. That should be 5-1. This is how you make your mark in the NBA. This is how you make your mark in the NBA. That should be 5-1. Coming against the Grizzlies, November 2nd, away. That should be 6-1. Now, I'm not saying this is my prediction, but I'm telling you, as a person who evaluates talent and evaluates the talent that the Pelicans have, they should start the season off no better than 5-2 and 6-1. This is not wishful thinking. This is the talent level that they had compared to the talent that they're going up against. Nothing more. This is not a prediction. I'm telling you, the talent that the Pelicans have, this is a young Memphis team. There's no more superstars in Memphis, guys. The Pelicans should be 6-1 and 5-2 by November 2nd. If they're serious. The Jazz again. Now, let's say they lose that one. They split with the Jazz. Cool. The Jazz is a better team. It's at home. It's at home. But let's just say they lose for the sake of coming back down to earth. You still 7-2. No, 6-2. I'm sorry. Against Minnesota, let's say they lose. They're still 6-3. Against the Clippers, we pretty good against it. It's something about Zion and the Clippers that they are. Let's say they're 7-3. Against the Golden State Warriors. Against the Golden State Warriors, they're not the same team. That's 8-3. Steph and who else? The team don't scare me no more. Steph, we let Steph get, but everybody else get shut down. Brooklyn Nets. Okay. 9-3. That team doesn't scare me. They got good talent, but their talent that ain't better than ours. 9-3. Memphis again, 10-3. This is if I'm a Pelicans player and I'm looking at this guy. These boys can't mess with us, man. These youngsters, nah. It's disrespectful. 10-3. Denver Nuggets. Let's say Denver beat us again. 10-4. Look at that. Golden State. Let's say for the sake of Steph Curry greatness, they beat them 10-5. Detroit Pistons. 10-6. Let's say they lose that one. Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's say they 10-7. San Antonio Spurs. Let's say they 10-8. Phoenix Suns. They could beat Phoenix. Let's say they still won for Phoenix. 11-8. All right, the Clippers. Pelicans play the Clippers well. I don't know what it is. 12-8. Portland Trailblazers. They could beat the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers, yeah, they got Ja. They got Dame. But how does it work out? Let's see, the Pels squeak past them. 13-8. Kings, 14-8. I'm not even going to discuss the King. The Lakers, the all-white team, they got some players, but 15-8. Their talent is not better than the Pelicans. Kings, 16-8. Lakers again, 17-8. The New York Knicks, that's an L, 17-9. Kings, you know how I feel about the Kings. They ain't trying to win nothing. 18-9. San Antonio. Let's say we sneak one for the sake at home. 18-9. December against the Memphis Grizzlies, 19-9. We lose to OKC, 19-10. Brooklyn Nets, let's say they get that one, 19-11. Toronto Raptors, good team, really good team. Let's say they lose it, 19-12. Detroit, we lose that one too, 19-13. The Lakers, I'm not buying it, 20-13. The Miami Heat, yeah, they got Giannis, but what else do they have? They got Bam, yeah, but what else do they have? On paper, the Pelicans are better than them. As a team, I'm not talking about just the two superstars. Superstars matter, but as a team, the Pelicans are better. 21-13. Mavericks. That was a good game last year, but it's at home. Let's say 22-13. The Portland Trailblazers. Let's say they lose that 22-14 against the Magic. Jamal Mosley get to face his old team. You know what I'm saying? Let's say they play big for Jamal Mosley. 23-14. Miami Heat. Let's say they get this one because they're superstars. 23-15 against the Spurs. 23-16. They lose that one. Another one against the Spurs. Back to back in France. The two in France. Let's say the Pels get one. 24-15. Now I could be saying this wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going off the top of my head. I'm not writing this down. I'm just saying these are winnable games. OKC, let's say they still won at home. OKC for the third time. After the third time, they lose 2, they win 1. That's 25. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Mavericks. That's 26. Cleveland, that's a tough one. Let's say they lose that one. You know what I'm saying? Rockets. They play the Rockets tough, but they always lose in the end. But let's just say they grow up. 27 wins. You're not winning against Philly. Them boys loaded. I have to see it. But that would be a hell of a statement game at home. You know what I'm saying? So let's see they got 18 losses. Cleveland, another team, 19 losses. So they 27-19. You're not winning against them. 27-20. Let's say the Magic get that. 27-21 against the Magic February 2nd. Let's say the Magic get that one. Wizards. Still a young team. Anthony Davis away. You know he's going to have something to prove. Him and Trey Young. Let's say the Pelicans win that one, though. 28-20 against the Bulls. 29-20. They ain't trying to win nothing right now. The Pacers. Let's say the Pacers get they get back. 29-21 against the Hawks. Let's say the Pelicans is in Atlanta. Let's say the Atlanta Hawks get that one. 29-22 against the Rockets. Let's say the Rockets still won at our house. 29-23. The Clippers. Let's say the Clippers get this third one. 29-24. The Blazers. Let's say the Pelicans get that one. 30-24 against the Warriors. Let's say the Pelicans get that one. 31-24. Phoenix Suns. Something about Devin Booker always kills us. So let's just say 30-25. So we have 55 games. Back to back. Let's say we get that one. 31-25. Against the Utah. 32-25 at home. Against the Rockets March 9th in Houston. A game I'm going to be at. You know what I'm saying? Let's say they win that one. 33-25. Against Milwaukee. Milwaukee ain't trying to win nothing. 34-25. Memphis, still a young team. 35-25. Minnesota, they lose that one. 35-26. Against Charlotte, they ain't trying to win nothing. 37-25. Against Toronto, 38-25. That one at home. Against Dallas, 39-25. They should win that one. Against Minnesota, they sneak one out of Minnesota. 40-25. That's 40 games by March 16th. It's very doable. 40 games by March 16th. March 18th, Charlotte ain't trying to win none. That's 41 games. The Rockets take this one. 41-27. The Boston, 41-28. The Knicks, 41-29. The Mavericks, 41-30. That's 70 games. Boston, 41-30. 41-31. Milwaukee, 42-31. OKC, 42-32. Washington Wizards 42. That could be a toss-up. I'm going to just say 40. I'm going to say 43 and 30. 43 and 33. A Nuggets again, one that they keep playing. 44 and I'm going to say the Nuggets win there. 43 and 34. Utah 44 and 34. So that's 78 games. That leaves only what? 8 games left? So they have 44 and 34 with 8 games left by April 8th. So the last 8 game is Utah. That should be a win. That's 45. Oh, and the Bulls. That's 46. Oh, no, it's 82 games, right? So the Pelicans can win about 46 to 47 games realistically, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's not bad. For a first-year head coach, Jamal, that's not bad. That might be a play-in. But will they stand up and do it? That's the question we got to ask ourselves. Will the Pelicans stand up and do this? 46 of 47 wins. 46 of 47 wins. But they got to play together. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be the record. I'm just saying what I see based on talent. Based on their talent, their floor should be 46 or 47. But does they put the pieces together the right way? That's what we got to ask ourselves. Is the Pelicans putting the pieces together the right way to get to 46 or 47 wins? That's the thing. Can they close? A lot of these games going to be close games because they're playing against teams. Yeah, I get they got the most back-to-backs and all of this other stuff. They travel the most miles and all of this stuff. None of that matters when you tip off. You still have to play the game. You either grow up or you keep making excuses. This is why it's not so bad that the Pelicans decided to run him back. Because now we're going to see if these boys become men. Now we're going to see if these boys has grown up enough and they worked on their game enough to actually take this team and actually make a play-in or a playoffs, get a playoff berth. The only way for the Pelicans to do that is to play team basketball and team defense. And hit their open shots. And have an identity in the offense that suits their players. The best. That gets the best out of their players. That's why the coaching is pivotal. That's why what they run on offense is pivotal for the development of Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen, while allowing Zion to be the focal point of this team. So, my realistic prediction, out of 82 games, I'm going to say if they don't get it together, they might win 38. 38. Not bad, not good. Pedestrian. That's the realistic prediction. But if they stand up and they show they could win 46 or 47 games based on team talent. Team talent alone. And they got a quality coach now, so there's no excuses. They have a quality. They got a quality coach that has been in the playoffs year after year after year. No excuses. The only thing that's stopping the Pelicans is the Pelicans. So, based on this schedule, this is not as bad as people making it. People giving you the metric, the number. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about no metrics. I don't care about how many back-to-backs. I know it's bad on the body. You know, I know all of that. 3 games in 4 nights. I know all of that is bad on the body. I know that it's tough. But to separate, what better schedule to have when all the odds are stacked against you? What better situation to be in When they place all of these barriers in front of you as a team and you overcome them and knock them down one by one by one, that's the best place to be in. Nobody cares. Nobody expects you to do anything anyway. Back against the wall. That's where you want to be. This is your chance to punch people in the mouth and knock people down one by one by one while being disrespected. Because even if you win, they still going to disrespect you. There's always going to be a but when it comes to this team as long as Zion Williams is attached to it. Because they're going to say, if he can stay healthy, no matter how good he played, is he going to stay healthy? It's always but. We know he plays well, but is he going to stay healthy? This is the chance to not only stay healthy, but lead your team to a berth and show out in the playoffs and let them know I have arrived. I'm here. This is my team. This is all Joe Dumars is one. Same thing for Trey Murphy. This don't give Trey Murphy a pass to be pedestrian. You said you wanted to be an all-star. Show up. This is your chance. You and Z are the two veterans on this team. Take the youngsters and lead them to where you want to go. No excuses. If you are who you say you are, that's what's going to happen. That's where I'm at with it. But 46, 47 based on talent, 38 based on being realistic. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. It is the most obvious that this schedule is not what people think. People are like, oh, this is it's not a tough schedule. It's really not. I think this schedule benefits the Pelicans. I think this is a prime opportunity for the Pelicans to overcome adversity, but change the narrative around the team. Change the narrative around the team. They stacked everything they could possibly stack up against you. Here's your chance to show them we belong. That's all I'm saying. And that's all I got. That's all. Look, and we don't have to deliberate on this even further. That's all I got. The Pelicans, realistically, 38 games. Talent-wise, it should be 46, 47. That's my prediction. Realistically, 38. Realistically, if the coaching is decent, if the coaching is phenomenal and the players are phenomenal and the players phenomenal, 46 and 47. I see it. These teams are not what y'all think. There's a lot of teams that got gutted. There's a lot of teams that are superstar deficient. There's a lot of teams that don't have the talent that the Pelicans have. Pelicans have at least 3 fringe all-stars. At least. Dejounte Murray, Zion Williamson, Trey Murphy. 2 up-and-coming potential all-stars. Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears. Come on now. Herb is an all-defense already. You already had that. So they have Sadiq Bey. You already have a Wally Vera that could get buckets. So the pieces are there. How you cook them, though, how you put the ingredients together is the most important thing, and how you get them to buy in. That's all the Pelicans are missing. But that's all I got, man. I don't want to hold y'all here. This is the schedule release show. I hope y'all, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Listen, we got a shot. But that has nothing to do with the fans. That's about coach, team mentality, and showing up. Fans will show up if the mentality of the team and the coach show up. If the democracy of the team and the coach show up. That's what it is. They got to stand up for us to stand up. But that's all I got, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. Thank y'all for watching the schedule release show. And thank you for watching the Pelican Sports Corner.